What's up, everybody? Um, I'm deciding to do a live stream. I think it's very important. I just had to turn off my fan. Um, Pretty much what's happening here. As you can see by my thumbnail, I feel like it's very interesting what's happening around the world. In the meantime, there could be a lot of entertainment and trying to sell you something, but I'm not here to fear monger. I'm just here to be real and sort of ask questions and answering them in my own way to explain what I see, with my own eyes, depending on what's in the internet available for us to be able to think about what are the possibilities. But here we are, and thank you for joining. So, this is my other main channel, but I'm here to think about what's really happening, and this is the kind of videos that are strikingly amazing, and they should be very informative, and we should be able to do something. There's other ways in helping people than sending help. My best way of saying it is let's pray for them, and let's see what we can do. All right, with this first video, let's see what happens. I find it very interesting that we usually get people from India showing the West, well, the like the East, the Asias, and yeah, what's happening around the Asias and Africas. Like, it's very interesting, their way of getting the news and what they look for. So I'm gonna play this video, thick accent, just so you guys know. I'm watching this in real time.
आज की इस वीडियो में आप ऐसे नेचुरल डिजास्टर्स देखोगे जो शायद ही आपने पहले कभी देखे हों। नेपाल में ज़लज़ले के दौरान आप परिंदों को उड़ते हुए देख सकते हो। आज से पहले आपने इस तरह की खतरनाक बर्फबारी नहीं देखी होगी। और ये पार्टो रिको के समंदरी तूफान की वीडियो है जो कि खौफनाक मंजर पेश कर रही है। इस वीडियो में अच्छी बात तो ये है कि माउंटेन की इस साइड पे कोई ड्राइव नहीं कर रहा था। और इस दिल दहला देने वाले फ्लड में अपनी जान बचाना बहुत ही चैलेंजिंग है। ये डस्ट स्टॉर्म इतना खतरनाक था कि चंद ही सेकंड्स में हर तरफ अंधेरा छा गया। ये साउथ इंडिया की वीडियो है जिसमें एक घर फ्लड में बह जाता है। और ये डस्ट स्टॉर्म ऑस्ट्रेलिया में एटमॉस्फेयर को ऑरेंज कलर में बदल देता है। सो आज की वीडियो के लिए बस इतना ही। इस तरह की मजीद वीडियोस के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए।
I don't know about you, but that looks really intense. Everything that we was just watching, and this is truly happening. I pray for
आप
everybody,
सबने आज तक
that are going through that. Like, could you imagine when you see a whole mountain topple from where you were riding? And there's no other way of getting around. And even if you were getting help, like, you would still have to think of a way, and the only way is probably going back from where you were coming from, instead of going where you were going. And that's going to happen in life, and sooner or later, like I said, I'm not here to fearmonger or anything, but these are kind of the questions that I think to myself. We have so much attachment. Recently, I just saw a video of these tiny houses that are being sold, because there's a housing like, the housing market is just ridiculous. There's these houses for $100,000. That's a cute coyote, by the way. All right, let me just go back on my search. I'm gonna keep watching these videos. I think they're the most interesting things, especially with what's going on right now. I like to be fully informed of what's happening.
Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. Natural disasters on a event channel, welcome. Northern India is currently grappling with the devastating consequences of unprecedented monsoon rains.
And think about what happened in Turkey not so long ago, with the earthquake. And then I just learned that Puerto Rico had a tornado. Like, it's getting very interesting. In Quebec, Montreal, Canada, there was also a disaster. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. In Alaska, there was another disaster. Like, it's getting very interesting out there. I try to look for today natural disasters. I'm just gonna put that, and I'm gonna filter, and I'm gonna put this week. And I'm gonna try to look for one that just happened recently.
The floodwaters, in a crescendo of torrential chaos, besiege the vibrant tapestry of Brazil, engulfing towns and cities with a primal fury, where nature's relentless tears wove a tragic symphony of devastation, erasing the boundaries of life and land, leaving in its wake a haunting mosaic of loss and resilience.
You remember when Carnival got hit with a very interesting flood rain, and all the blasphemy that was happening.
If you
with,
go to
the
McDonald's,
depiction of, just Christianity, like all these very demonic and devil, and then these very portraying of characterization of Jesus being very flamboyantly gay. Like, yeah, it gets very interesting out there.
This video is about different flash flood disasters. Welcome to our video on global flash flood disasters. Explore devastating incidents from Himachal Pradesh, Four Corners, Ankara, and Fish Springs. Witness nature's destructive power and its impacts. Flood in Himachal Pradesh, India. In the summer of 2021, the state of Himachal Pradesh in northern India, known as Devbhumi, or the Land of God, experienced the terrifying force of floods that wreaked havoc across the region. The floodwaters surged through the state, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Numerous moments captured on camera showcase.
I'm trying to see what actually happened today. So I'm gonna keep
Most horrific natural disasters. Flash floods caught on 4K camera 2023. Turkey flood of 23. The 2023 Anlurfa and Andaman in two Turkish provinces had a series of disastrous floods on March 15, 2023, which are known as the Turkish floods. The floods were caused by the torrential rains that occurred just 1 month after a deadly earthquake struck the same regions. At least 21 people died in the floods, 17 in Şanlıurfa and 4 in Adıyaman. Among the dead including a 1-year-old child. 2 people were killed and 4 others were listed as missing when a container home in Tut, where earthquake survivors were residing, was swept away. In Şanlıurfa, 5 Syrian nationals were found dead inside a flooded basement apartment, while 2 other bodies were retrieved from a trap van at an underpass. Additionally, 4 people were killed and 2 firefighters were reported missing. The floods caused extensive damage, and several people were evacuated from a drenched campsite where earthquake survivors were sheltering in tents. In Şanlıurfa, the intensive care unit of the AUBA Training and Research Hospital was flooded, forcing 25 patients to be evacuated. Floods affect traffic. An underpass in Haliliye district was flooded and trapped many people in vehicles. Nearly 2,000 homes and offices were damaged throughout the province. The floods had worsened with the misery of thousands of people who were already left homeless and displaced by the earthquake that rocked the same region on 6th of February 2023, which caused the deaths of more than 59,000 people and collapsed or badly damaged 300,000 buildings. The Turkish government committed to providing help to those impacted by the flood and asked citizens to remain cautious and take essential precautions during the continued extreme weather conditions. Deputy Chairman for the Republican People's Party, Ali Oztunc, lambasted the Justice and Development Party, calling them incompetent and uninterested in supporting the impacted. North American floods. Between December 31, 2022 and March 25, 2023, California saw periods of intense rainfall brought on by a number of atmospheric rivers, which caused floods in sections of Southern California, the California Central Coast, Northern California, and Nevada. At least 22 people died and property was damaged as a result of the flooding. At least 200,000 homes and businesses lost power during the December-January storms, and around 6,000 persons were ordered to leave. The media extensively covered the floods as an illustration of how climate change is causing more extreme variation in the weather, particularly cycles of precipitation and drought.
Now, I'm not speculating, I'm not saying anything out of the ordinary, but most of these things are very interesting because it's like we want to say that they're natural disasters because they seem like natural disasters, and yes, I am implying because there are man-made weapons to sort of make these kind of things happen, that it's a problem. You know, we just had the vice president have a little tidbit not so long ago, and I kind of want to share it with you guys. I'm just gonna see if I find it. Thought that was very interesting.
The tragic realization that you can't even talk to people anymore because nobody wants.
You guys know what's really interesting? Our government doesn't want us claiming the child we're pregnant with on our taxes because...
Where is that video?
The Spanish kept immaculate records, huh? This is part one on that record keeping.
No, that's not what I was looking for. Give me a second, guys. I'm always saving stuff. There was a whale that was caught in New York City. There's footage about that. I thought that was very interesting. You know, the kind of stuff that's showing up at our doorstep. Yeah, but there's so many natural disasters.
With 4.75 in on December 31st. The Santa Cruz branch rail line experienced serious damage. US 101.
Swear I gotta turn this filter like on every moment. That's very interesting. They don't even want to show when I have. It's like, it's too much. Like, I know some of this stuff happened. Oh.
Mira esto. Mira esto. Quédese tranquila. ¿Qué es esto? Mira el viento, mira el viento. Uy.
No te pegues los palos. ¡Míralo, míralo! ¡El tornado está aquí!
In the hood, my card is invalid to these little
All right. That was Puerto Rico. Let's check Quebec. Ottawa.
What's happening in Montreal today? What's happening in Montreal today?
Hey, I thought that was your car. What are you doing here?
So in the tab,
apparently there's an RTX 3090 chip inside this 15.
All right, let's see. What up? That happened the 13th.
I'm gonna be honest, I was really terrified to all of these helicopters.
Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Este canal te mantiene actualizado con lo último en noticias. Un fuerte terremoto sacude a los Estados Unidos. En este video te mostramos los detalles e imágenes impactantes de este fuerte movimiento. Un fuerte terremoto de magnitud 7.7 sacudió la península de Alaska, dejando a las comunidades locales en pánico y preocupación. El terremoto, que ocurrió a una profundidad de 21 kilómetros, se sintió en varios estados cercanos, pero afortunadamente no se reportaron heridos ni muertos. Los residentes fueron sacudidos por la violencia del temblor, que provocó daños menores en algunos edificios y cortes temporales de energía. Las autoridades locales trabajaron rápidamente para evaluar y responder a la situación, brindando apoyo a aquellos que necesitaban alojamiento y asistencia. Aunque el evento generó una gran tensión y ansiedad entre la población, la rápida respuesta y preparación ayudaron a mitigar cualquier impacto grave. Aunque no se registraron consecuencias significativas, este terremoto sirvió como un recordatorio escalofriante de la vulnerabilidad de las áreas propensas a los desastres naturales. Los residentes locales se vieron abrumados por la sacudida y la incertidumbre que trajo consigo, ya que temieron réplicas y se prepararon para posibles daños mayores. ¿Y tú qué opinas sobre este fuerte terremoto que ha sacudido a los Estados Unidos? ¿Crees que un fuerte terremoto de magnitud 9.0 sacuda al planeta Tierra? Escríbenos tu opinión en los comentarios y suscríbete a nuestro canal para más información actualizada. Un fuerte abrazo amigos.
So that was just talking about how Alaska just had a 7.7. Phew. And they're talking about ways to prevent it.
A strong 7.3 magnitude earthquake rocked Alaska, United States, July 16, 2023. A tsunami warning was issued early Sunday when a magnitude 7.3 earthquake rocked the United States. According to the United States Geological Survey (SGS), a magnitude 7.3 earthquake rocked the Alaska Peninsula. The SGS said the quake was relatively shallow, with a depth of 9.3 kilometers, or 5.78 miles. According to the Alaska Earthquake Center, the event was widely felt throughout the Aleutian Islands, Alaska Peninsula region, and Cook Inlet. A strong earthquake occurred on Sunday, July 16, 2023, at 6:48 GMT. The epicenter was in the ocean, near Sandpoint, East Aleutians, Alaska. Moderate shaking is possible at Sandpoint, which is 66 miles from the epicenter, King Cove, 80 miles away, Gold Bay, 98 miles away, False Pass, 113 miles away, and Nelson Lagoon, which is 113 miles from the epicenter. Parts of Alaska are under a tsunami warning, but no threat to Hawaii is expected. The National Weather Service has issued a tsunami advisory for Kodiak Island and the Alaska Peninsula area.
Whoa.
Floods and landslides in South Korea. July 15, 2023. At least 24 people died as a result of the floods and landslides that hit South Korea on Saturday, July 15, 2023. Among them, 16 people died in North Gyeongsang Province. 6 people died in Yecheon, 2 were injured, 10 people were missing, and 7 houses were buried. Meanwhile, 1 person died in Sejong, 2 people in Bangwa, 2 people in Mamang, and 2 people in Punj. 3 people were buried in a landslide in Yeongju, and more than 8,300 homes statewide experienced power outages. In Gyeongsang County, North Chungcheong Province, the Gyeongsang Dam overflowed due to heavy rains. In Cheongju, 2 people died, 9 were rescued on Saturday, July 15, and at least 6,400 residents were evacuated. Flood in Tuapse, Russia on Saturday, July 15, 2023. Heavy rain and flooding hit Tuapse again. Emergency storm warning ejected hail, thunderstorms, strong winds, and the formation of tornadoes. Video shows the tide washing over the bridge on Novo Mikhailovsky on the territory of the Tuapse region. Flood in Akita Prefecture, Japan on Saturday, July 15, 2023. Torrential rain lashed Akita Prefecture in the northeast Japan on Saturday due to active seasonal rains, triggering river floods and landslides, leaving 4 people injured. The cities of Akita and Nashiro issued similar warnings, urged residents to flee immediately after the river overflowed, while Akita Station was partially submerged in floodwaters. The Japan Meteorological Agency urges the public to be alert in the northeast region. Because of the rainfall, the high is expected to continue on Sunday. Severe flooding in Montreal, Canada. July 15, 2023. Torrential rain inundated parts of Montreal at the time a severe storm hit the area on Thursday afternoon. This also resulted in flooding and power outages for residents in Montreal and other parts of Quebec. When the fear of a tornado in the Montreal area subsides on Thursday afternoon and the rain has dramatically subsided, the city begins to experience some of the aftermath, with flooded houses and underground passages, as well as closed streets. Environment and Climate Change Canada report that between 50 and 100 millimeters of rain fell on Top City within a few hours. Call it as heavy rain in the storm assessment published after at 7 p.m.
Hey, my car! You guys all right though?
Like muscle memory. Which is that? That is counterclockwise. Let's go.
Massive flooding in Phuentsholing, Bhutan, July 13, 2023. Phuentsholing has constant rainfall caused flash floods in Kargray-Char on Thursday. Floods hit the area near the NHD colony in Torsa. In recent days, there has been an increase significant in the destruction of that infrastructure fragile, causing great discomfort in the Bhutanese region. The catastrophic waves caused many bridges washed away by overflowing rivers and destructive floods houses and other buildings.
Nala, ngacha nale magi lam dia da hingsang sang mindu si shudo me da bella. Anala tursa kola ne be asila. Tursa kola pura chugi gan si shudo ola. Papa ka kinetang humti ga nani mere mare pata ka diesel ki bolo ka diesel factory ki bolo ka
Flood and landslide in Hsinchu, Taiwan, July 14, 2023. Heavy rains have continued in Hsinchu since early morning, causing torrential pools of water on many roads and underpasses as much as possible. Respond natural disaster. Hsinchu County State Flood Response The Center halted traffic and closed schools, including Hsinchu Jinghua County National Middle School and Fuxing School. The Jew County government made an announcement said that since the early hours of the morning, the total rainfall in Wiu Meteorological Observatory in Xinfeng Township has reached 297.5 millimeters. The Zhuxian government said traffic was blocked because flood. All elementary and junior high schools were submerged in the flood and became impassable due to flooding on the road. If some students can't come to school, class will hold online. Heavy rain in Zhuxi City caused flooding lots of roads and 5 underpasses. The mayor of Zhenzhou took command soon after received reports and checked various locations. Zhenzhou City Fire Department Li Shigang.
Wow. I just want to say how interesting this is. Like I said, all these floods, these natural disasters. Right.
Tornado in Ottawa, Canada, July 13, 2023. A huge tornado made landfall on the outskirts of the capital Canada, Ottawa, Thursday. Tornadoes destroy all around 125 homes and left another 1,600 without electricity. Ottawa police said that a tornado landed in Baravan area at exactly 1 p.m. with heavy rain and strong winds. The tornado hit Baravan, 17 kilometers southwest downtown Ottawa. Around the same time, the Fortunatler Environment Canada issued a weather warning for the area.
A lot of natural disasters, right?
Were affected due to these events. Additionally, there's significant infrastructural damage, with 3 houses, 6 bridges,
What?
entrances of the city of Kolomna. Many streets were submerged in knee-deep floodwaters, along with cars and entrances of apartment buildings and shops. And and ended streets. Fatalities in the capital region.
Let's look at this map real quick. I'm going to change my camera. On this day, 680 earthquakes with the magnitude of 2.0 or higher occurred on the Earth. Magnitudes 5 plus, that would be one earthquake. Magnitudes of 4 plus, 45 earthquakes. That's a lot of earthquakes. 680 earthquakes, guys. Reportedly. At least with the magnitude of 3 and plus over. That should say a lot. Plus having tornadoes and it's kind of interesting out there, guys. Get it together. Find some ways. I feel like we need to make a realistic list, and we should put it on here. Like all the stuff that we should get together and, you know, if anything, go on this journey to see what life has in store for us if we want to survive. You know, we're not going to survive. You know, we all die eventually, but if we can do something to sort of teach the world that we are capable of being able to move forward, you know, because I think this is one of those indicators that we're stronger together than, you know, it's like it doesn't matter what flag you come from, and it does matter who you want to be. Hopefully, as a person of peace, I would say so. That's a lot. Trinidad and Tobago, Hayapura,
Rescue operations are in progress in central China's Hubei province after a massive landslide struck a highway construction site in Yueshan village, Tujia Autonomous County of Wafeng. The landslide was triggered by torrential rain, and it buried 14 workers under mud and rubble. A rescue team of 390 members is working to find the missing workers, with 6 workers already pulled from the debris alive, 1 dead, while 7 others remain missing. Torrential rains affecting the Indonesian island of Bali caused widespread floods, landslides, and damage, in which at least 5 people lost their lives, 7 individuals sustained injuries, and 1 person remains missing. The severe weather led to significant damage to 102 homes and displacement. An interaction between a western disturbance and monsoonal winds caused intense rainfall spells over northwest India, including the capital city Delhi, which received 153 millimeters, or 6 inches of rain, the highest precipitation in a single day in July in 40 years, leading to the Yamuna River breaching its banks. Many low-lying areas of the city and surrounding areas were underwater, with many roads and residential areas submerged in knee-deep water, which prompted the authorities to close schools. The city of Delhi has received 112% more rainfall than average so far in the current monsoon season, which started on June 1st.
This is Ganesh from Pendicos, and that's Shiva. You are doing a fabulous job.
The governor of New York declared a state of emergency for Orange and Ontario counties after a slow-moving storm system dumped more than 250 millimeters, or 10 inches of rain over the state, causing catastrophic flooding and other storm-related impacts. The deluge led to at least one confirmed death in Highland Falls, Orange County, while in New Rochelle in Westchester County, 2 people were taken to hospital after they were electrocuted in flood waters. Train services between Albany and New York City were temporarily suspended, bridges collapsed under the storm's ferocity, numerous roads were closed, and hundreds of flights were cancelled or delayed. There were more than 12,000 power outages reported in Putnam, Dutchess, Albany, Ulster, and Orange counties.
Look at the people's doors! Oh my God!
Flash floods and landslides, triggered by heavy rainfall, have caused widespread destruction across various provinces in the Black Sea region of Turkey. The Turkish State Meteorological Service reported that more than 1,000 landslides occurred, and streets and roads transformed into waterlogged areas. The hardest-hit cities included Zonguldak and Barton, where homes and businesses were inundated with water. In Samsun Sasamba district, one woman was swept away by the torrential waters of overflowed Obdal Creek, and later was found deceased. Hundreds of people were evacuated from flooded homes with boats and helicopters, while around 24 villages in Duzia province, mostly in Yuguka district, were cut off after roads were washed out. The city of Sochi, located in the Krasnodar region of southern Russia, was hit by devastating flash floods after a rapid downpour, leading to the displacement of hundreds of residents and massive disruptions. Approximately 200 homes were flooded, and around 240 people were evacuated from the affected areas. Four people went missing, as a house with 3 young people was washed away in the Tuaps district, and a man was also swept away by a torrent in his car.
Полнейшая жесть. Уже большую часть машин разобрали.
Hey guys, thank you very much for watching. Want to say
Still
special
intense.
thank you to these stunning patrons: Hagib Sarkisian, Michael Joseph Wilhelm, the Chili Man.
Alright, to be honest, sitting here and just, being thankful first off, but then at the same time praying for those who are under these catastrophic conditions. I just want to say it's very interesting what's going on. Let's pray for those people. What more can I say? It's just happening and happening and happening.
Severe rainstorms resulted in destructive mudslides and flooding in Japan's southwestern region, leading to at least 6 fatalities and leaving 3 people missing. Over 420,000 people living in Fukuoka and Oita prefectures were under the highest level of evacuation warning. Some places in Fukuoka Prefecture registered an all-time records of precipitation, causing some rivers, such as the Kasei River, in Kurume City's Tanashimara-machi district to overflow, leading to a chain reaction of inundated houses and numerous rescue requests.
Is he going to talk about the volcano? Yep.
A volcanic eruption, south of Iceland's capital Reykjavik, is sending plumes of smoke across the region, as the minor eruption began in Reykjanes Peninsula. There is a 200-meter, or 656 feet long fissure, on the slopes of the Litlifruta mountain, from which lava is emerging as a series of fountains. Scientists had warned of possible eruptions after hundreds of minor earthquakes were detected in recent weeks. Since the eruption took place in an uninhabited area, there were no immediate risks to communities or infrastructure, but people were warned not to venture near the area. A destructive landslide tore through luxury homes in Rolling Hills Estates, on the Palos Verdes Peninsula, in Southern California, leaving a chaotic mix of collapsed roofs, shattered walls, and tilted chimneys. The pace of the landslide, which began on Saturday, increased through the weekend, prompting authorities to red tag 12 homes as unsafe and evacuate the residents. While the exact cause of the landslide remains unknown, a fissure running among the homes raised suspicion that the past winter's heavy rains may be involved. During the passage of a slow-moving storm system, the same system that previously affected New York, a historic downpour unleashed a torrent of over 228.6 millimeters, or 9 inches of rain across Vermont, leading to devastating floods, the worst the region has experienced in almost a century. thousands of homes and businesses, as well as many roads in the capital city of Montpellier and surrounding communities, were submerged with water running from knee to waist deep, stranding residents for 2 days. A 63-year-old man died in a drowning accident in his home, while more than 200 people had been rescued, according to officials.
Wow.
A rare heavy snowfall, that occurs once every 10 to 20 years, covered Johannesburg, South Africa's most populous city, as well as the Eastern Cape. It was the first such snowfall in Johannesburg in over a decade. It transformed the city into a winter wonderland and sparked excitement among its residents. While parts of South Africa are accustomed to snow during its winter months from June to August, the occurrence of snow in Johannesburg is a rarity.
Just gonna repeat that. It
A
snowed in
mud volcano
Africa.
erupted in Taiwan's Pingtung County,
Wow.
ejecting steam and mud from several vents up to 2 meters, or 6.5 feet in the air. The eruption lasted about 4 hours, inundating with mud nearby farmers' fields and making a mess near a local temple. This mud volcano previously erupted in February of this year, and also 3 times in 2022. Strong overnight rainstorms in the city of Aguascalientes, accompanied by strong winds, caused trees and billboards to fall, streets to flood in various areas, to the point where cars could not pass, and also power outages in many neighborhoods of the city. An entire family of 4, including a 10-month-old baby, died intoxicated inside their car after being stranded by a flood. The water covered the exhaust of their vehicle, leading to carbon monoxide entering inside, which caused the deaths.
That's sad.
A brief but intense storm battered 4 districts of the Department of Kaguasu, with the most affected being the Vacaria district, where the winds with a speed of 120 km per hour, or 75 miles per hour, left a lot of material damage. The storm surge destroyed commercial signs, unroofed about 80 homes and businesses, and knocked down many trees, leading to widespread power outages. Record-breaking monsoon rains led to severe flooding and landslides, resulting in extensive property damage and widespread disruption across large parts of northern India. Traffic was gridlocked, educational institutions were forced to close their doors, and cars, buses, bridges, and houses were swept away by the floodwaters. The mountainous Himachal Pradesh state was the worst-hit region, where floodwaters claimed at least 88 lives. Another 600 suffered partial damage due.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take a break. Watching these videos, I kind of need something a little bit more at ease because I do have nightmares. Yeah. I'm going to admit it. So it's not that. Yeah, I need to control my state of thought and get in a better mindset. And hopefully you guys can do it too with me. All right, enough talking. That was it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and if you'd like to see more of this, let me know if you actually watch any of it and tell me what you think. Should there be more stuff like this on my channel? I'd like to know, comment. Let's form a community. And yeah, I think my little homework is to make a list of the most important things, especially when it comes to surviving. As much it is physical, it is also mental, and we can figure this out together. Awesome. Hopefully that was good for you, because it was great for me. And yeah,